Welcome back to Amandasaur Art. I like dinosaurs and art, and I also like crafts. So today we are working on this Walmart candle making kit that I found. It was like $10.88 before taxes, and so I thought I would give it a try because I love candles and all that. So here's me opening up the box, looking at all the things it comes with. Here is the soybeans it came with, or not beans, but soy chips, I guess. The wicks that it came with. It came with actual dried flowers and mica powders to color your candles. Came with two fragrances. I got the rose and lavender candle fragrances because I love lavender and rose is pretty. Came with two little stirring sticks, and it also came with two tins that were a little hard to get out of the container, but those are where my candles will be. It also came with sticker sheets, so that way I can decorate the tins a little bit more, and a wonderful instruction guide. I was going to read you the instructions from the instruction guide, but unfortunately I think I accidentally threw it away with everything else. That was trash. So I don't have the instruction guide to read from, but I do actually remember some of the instructions. The next step that they told me to do was to hot glue the wicks down in the tin so they don't move while you're doing all that fun stuff. The next step was to do half of the bag of soy chips into a container to put in the microwave to melt. They recommended melting it for 2 minutes. Right here you could see me showing you what 2 minutes did for me. It was not enough time. I needed actually 3 minutes for it to be fully melted. And then after that, after it's fully melted, I put it into a separate container, which is what they recommended. And then for my first one, the lavender one, I put in all of the colorant and all of the fragrance, which I don't know if that's what we're supposed to do. It said to put in however much of each you want, and so I wanted to try with the first one everything. And I don't know if I liked that too much. I liked my rose one a little bit more, and I used a lot less for that one, but this one I used all of it. I also didn't mix it properly, and so I don't think my lavender one turned out as good as my rose one. You could see my little studio assistants running around on the floor beside me. So while it was still very liquidy, I added some of the lavender petals, I guess, into it. And then I put a highlighter to hold the wick up, and I put it in the fridge because I'm very impatient and I wanted that to harden quicker. I repeated every step with my rose scented candle, only this time I did not use all of the pink colorant. I used maybe half a bag, maybe less. I also don't think I mixed either one of these well enough, even though for the rose one I did spend a lot more time mixing. I still don't think I mixed it quite enough. It still came out great. I love the rose one, is my favorite out of the two. I'm just gonna state it now. The lavender was like my practice one. From there, I used the stirring stick to hold up the wick for my rose one. I brought out the lavender from the fridge, and I put some more of the little buds on top so they would sit on top of the candle too. And I have a little time lapse of the part where they are just sitting there drying, and you could just see my puppies running around in the background the whole time. And right here is the fun switch of scenery to my art table, and we are going to be adding the stickers to these guys. Again, my lavender one is not my favorite one, and the decorating on the outside is also not my favorite. I also think I cut the wick just a little too short, even though I left it a lot of room. I'm not a huge fan of these wicks. I was also going to use a regular pen, but then I was like, I gotta get fancy and use a micron pen to write just simply Lavender 2020 because I'm very creative when it comes with names. And from there I added my favorite design for the rose one. It had like this nice gold colored stripe down it. I love it. It's so aesthetically pleasing, but I put the sticker on wrong, and well, there is a ripple, and it saddens me that there is a ripple. But it's not that noticeable, so it's not the end of the world. And one thing I do think is this is all the same day, and I'm wondering if letting them sit for 18 to 24 hours would help the burning of the wicks, because I lit my lavender one pretty shortly after I decorated it to kind of just do cool aesthetic shots for the ending. So I'm going to try my rose one in a few days and see if that burns better. But these are my candles and how they came out. I'm actually really happy with them. My husband, I showed him and he's like, I thought those were candles you bought. And I'm like, no, I made them. And he was like, oh, that's cool. He thought the flowers were weird, but I mean, that is kind of a weird touch. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I hope you guys are staying safe, staying home. If you're interested, these are available at Walmart, so you can make your own candle kits. There's also soap making kits. I kind of want to try those because I'm in love with royalty soaps, and I think it'd be fun to try to make my own soap. So just let me know what you guys think. Alright, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!